Hey guys, welcome to my channel. So today a completely new kind of video I've never done before. However, I was watching quite a lot of reaction videos and I believe, even though I haven't done it in my life, I believe I've done like 10,000 of watch hours of reaction video, people reacting to this, people reacting to that. So 10,000 hours means I'm technically an expert. So even though I haven't done it before, I am an expert. So guys, I'm gonna do it. And if I understand correctly how you do it, you watch a video, you think about this, you make smart answers to those bits and bits with the video, and then you watch on camera with the audience and pretend you haven't seen it before, so you look much smarter and it's like more interesting because you've never seen before. So that's the idea behind this video, and I'm gonna talk about Steam monopoly. So Steam is being accused for being the best technically, yes. And okay, let's go. There's quite few videos and I've chosen this one from Water CS2. I find the video quite short, interesting, nicely done, lots of data, so it will be good for reaction. And guys, I will be pretending I've never seen the video before, and I've tried to make my reaction like way over the top because it seems that it looks better on camera, like really unrealistic. Like I will be moving on the chair, something like that. Yeah, okay, let's go, guys. Let's go. Watching the video. I'm on the other side today. Okay, let's go. I've never seen the video before. Hey, guys, what's that? What? What? Steam is... Okay,
When you
okay,
think
what's
of
that?
buying PC games, you think of Steam. But right now, the most powerful
Yeah.
platform in PC gaming is under siege. We have a major industry report showing that a massive 80% of developers are about to fundamentally change how they sell games. This report, based on a survey of 306 industry executives,
What? What? 300 game developers? Wow. Whoa. Okay. Okay. So mostly from United States, a little bit from UK. But where they are from? What kind of studios is that? Guys, by completely coincidence, I have this article on Wikipedia about lies, damn lies, and statistics. It's like over 1 century old saying. It's such a lucky, thing that I've just got it open on Wikipedia. Okay, guys. So I guess what kind of developers are that? Are they work for Microsoft Studio or for Ubisoft, Electronic Arts, or any other studio that has their own shop? Because I wonder what kind of developers are that? Do they work for any of them? Or maybe for PlayStation, which have their own store on actually PlayStation? I would like to know. 306, that's okay, let's see.
and senior managers across the US and UK reveal the deep fear driving this change. And that change is happening while Valve faces an ongoing multi-million-dollar antitrust lawsuit in the United States and a collective action in the UK.
Oh my god! So they serious, they go to what? What? And guys, again, by complete coincidence, yeah, monopoly, technically by law, it doesn't need to be 100%. This is just a share, bits of luck. I've got this article open about Tesco fights monopoly accusation. That's in UK when they had 31% market share. Because by law it's something different. It's like market dominance, abusing market dominance. So it's not technical. They don't need to have 100% monopoly and blocking everybody from entering the market. It's just having the biggest position they can control a lot. But I was so lucky to have this open. Such a coincidence, guys. Okay, let's watch this video I've never seen before.
All accusing them of running an illegal monopoly. But let's look at the numbers. Steam is king, generating over $10 billion in revenue in 2022 alone, and having over 40 million concurrent users. But for
Oh my guys, that's a lot. That's a lot. That's a big number, guys. That's big number.
some developers, they feel that dominance is oppressive. The developers surveyed agreed 72% of them see Steam as an effective monopoly, and the dependence
Guys, okay, statistics, yeah, statistics. How the question was asked and how the question was answered. Because without context, you can ask somebody, is Steam a monopoly? and can take, like, you need a facial expression. You like cross your brows and, yes, Steam is a monopoly and controlling the market. Or ask like normal PC gamer, hey guys, do you think Steam dominates the market? Yeah, there's no competition. There's nobody care. No, all the other stores are rubbish. You can answer the same question completely differently, or you can ask the question a little bit differently, and it can like make a completely different answer. You can create answers. Actually, you can create answers by the way how you ask the questions. Do you believe that Steam has dominant position on the market? Of course, because all other stores are trash. Like, nobody even tries to compete. Okay, let's go. Let's continue to watch this movie,
Dependence
this
is
video. I've
obvious.
never.
88% of developers report that Steam accounts for over 3/4 of their total revenue. When you have all your eggs in one basket, you're vulnerable
Of
to Gaben's
course.
hands. Think about what that reliance means. A single change in Valve's terms, a slight adjustment to the revenue split, or a policy update could change things for any developer. This fear is a daily conversation in executive meetings. 53% of developers
Guys, this is not fear. They shouldn't fear that Gabe can do something silly. What they should fear, that the law or government do something silly to them and break the Steam. That would be chaos. The change to Steam from outside, not from inside. Any change from inside for Steam is always pretty much good. It's the outside pressure, like recently PayPal, banning in many countries, or banning this game and that game. Even if you don't care about adults game, I don't care about adults game, but adults game being banned on Steam, Steam is losing money. It's not good for us because that money could be reinvested for making the story even better. Yeah, so they should be scared of something happening to Steam from outside, not from inside. That's my opinion, guys. Yeah, let's continue watching this video.
developers express
Really good video.
concerns about their level of reliance on Valve's platform. They worry about sudden policy changes, fee hikes, or simply being unable to reach specific global audiences. They know they must use Steam for its reach. So, with well over 100,000
Of course, you need Steam to reach audience. Of course, you need Steam. Without Steam, there would be no PC gaming pretty much. Where would you sell? On Epic, Chinese store?
games now on Steam, as a small studio, you almost get instantly buried if you don't get picked up by the algorithm. 33% of developers cite discoverability as a key challenge. However, the report
Guys, Steam is the key to discoverability. I pronounce this word perfectly. Yes, how this is Steam fault. Steam helps with that. If you want to be discovered, you need to be on Steam, isn't it?
report shows that the #1 concern for studios is the rise of free-to-play games,
How this is
cited
Steam
by
fault?
40% of all developers, followed closely by general market saturation at 35%. This means developers aren't just battling each other's $60 titles, they're trying to attract players away from games like Dota 2, Counter-Strike, Marvel Rivals, and other free live service games, which they class
Guys, this is not Steam fault. They're responsible for a single game on this list. Yeah, Counter-Strike, or maybe Team Fortress as well. But this is true. This is true. People don't buy super expensive triple, quadruple A games that you need like an NASA computer to run those games. So people play free to play games with their friends. That's the reality now.
classify as a black hole due to their time sinks. The developer's answer isn't just to walk away from Steam entirely, but to actively embrace alternative distribution. This strategy is about expanding their total audience, and they are confident that it will pay off, with 75% of developers anticipating at least a 10% revenue uplift from exploring these new platforms. They are focusing on two
Okay, guys, if they want competition, why they don't use more stores? Why they don't use Epic? Why they don't use GOG or whatever else? Or why nobody is actually making a competition for Steam? Why nobody even tries to compete Steam? Why the other stores don't copy good ideas of Steam and like insist of being trash?
two main types of alternative stores: e-stores used by 38% of developers and marketplaces used by 30%. They are not ignoring rivals either. 48% have already distributed to the Epic Game Store. This shows a decisive industry shift away from putting everything just on Steam. They want to diversify to other places, but a whopping 73% of developers are also concerned about unauthorized reselling. The developers' current fear that 72% see Steam as a monopoly really isn't anything new. It's just what happens when you have so many years of dominance. But Steam has always been aware of its position. Just a few weeks before the
Guys, like, how it's Steam's fault to be in a good store? How this is their fault that nobody else wants to make a good PC store? Why is that? How this is their fault? And what should they do about this? Should they become more crappy one? Should they start making themselves worse? Like, what people expect Steam to do? Just stop being better and better? Like, actually, I would like to know, like with Microsoft, yeah, look at the store, by the way. Yeah, this is a game. Look at that. I'm going to the main page, like games. Look at that. White, ugly page, yeah? I'm clicking at whatever game and it's nice black. How they can even make consistent? Like, why the store looks so trash? Why they don't do the things, like Steam does? Like, I would like to know, like executives, like making millions, I don't know, crazy amount of money, making decision. How they gonna compete with Steam? And somebody said, oh, maybe we should add reviews to the store, like Steam does. No, you don't make money on that. No, don't do that. Don't do that. Maybe we should do easy refunds. No, refunds? Are you crazy? Like, we're gonna lose money on that. No, this is stupid. Should we raise game prices? Excellent idea. Yes, rise the prices of games. That's a good idea. Of course, Steam gonna dominate. Okay, let's continue watching this video I've never seen
before the
before.
Epic Game Store launched, Valve took a major action to secure its market leadership. In late 2018, Valve announced a new tiered revenue split. While the 70-30 cut remained for most games, publishers who earned over 10 million would suddenly get an increased 75% cut. If they hit 50 million, the cut jumped.
Okay, Steam is looking for ways how to help. If games do a lot of money, let's share the profits a little. Like, okay, how this is their fault? What's wrong with that? This is like making a better deal than Sony or Xbox because they get a full 30% cut no matter what, or Nintendo store.
Jumped to 80%. This policy sent a clear message. Valve was willing to financially reward the biggest publishers to ensure their blockbusters stayed on Steam. Not only this, back in 2020, when the Epic Game Store battle was exploding, Gabe Newell made his position clear. He stated that competition in game stores is awesome for everybody. It keeps us honest.
Okay, guys, Steam is inviting competition. Please compete. It helps the industry. It helps us being better. It helps us, like care about you guys. Please come compete with us. And everybody refuse. And somehow it's their fault again to being too good. They're being
It
sued.
keeps everybody else honest, but it's ugly in the short term. You're like, arg, they're yelling, they're making us look bad. But in the long term, everybody benefits from the discipline and the thoughtfulness it means you have to have about your business by having people come in and challenge you. We get a lot more freaked out, not by competition, but by people trying to preclude competition. If you ask us which is scarier, it's people falling in love with Apple's model of controlling everything and having faceless bureaucrats who get to keep your product from entering the market if they don't want it to, or dressing a store in a way that minimizes software value.
Guys, this is spot on. That's what Gabe is talking. Not lack of competition, not even because nobody wants to compete. What Steam is afraid that they are the only one that are actually good because nobody else want to have a good store, and the government will enforce them to being bad, to being like over controlling everything. And that's what can lead at some point. Because now, ladies and gentlemen, now Steam is under attack. There was a PayPal fiasco, as I said before, games being banned. And I predict that Microsoft themselves, now quitting console market, gonna focus on PC gaming market. and Steam is the biggest obstacle for them. If they can get rid of Steam somehow, or reduce them greatly, or break them down, a lot of players will be for grab. And all new gamers are for grab. There are a lot of money now at stake. So Steam and Valve will be under attack. That's my prediction, guys. And from different angles. You know, if I had my tinfoil hat, I would, yeah, that really provokes me to put my tinfoil hat for that, because they are under attack.
Value add to experience and stuff like that. So Valve is not denying their market position. They just simply know they earned it through a superior product, and it welcomes any rival willing to compete on features and service, not just exclusivity deals. But that welcoming attitude has now boiled over into serious legal action that asks us a fundamental question. Is Valve operating an illegal monopoly? In the US, the publisher class action lawsuit has been certified, encompassing developers who have paid commissions to Valve since 2017. And for the consumer side, the legal drama
Again, as I said, guys, illegal monopoly, not literal monopoly. It's like a legal monopoly. So you can be sued for that,
continues,
unfortunately.
with major law firms gathering claims. At the moment, the publisher class is moving toward a major court battle, with a full trial expected to happen in just the next few months, meaning this entire topic, Steam's power, its 30% cut, and its price parity rules will be fought out in a federal courtroom. The lawsuits allege that Valve uses its market dominance not just to be the best, but to illegally suppress competition through two key policies: the high 30% commission, which plaintiffs are
Guys, how 30% commission is market dominance? Like, the higher you've got, it means you make it easier for the other stores to exist, yeah, because they're gonna charge less. How? And Sony does the same, and Xbox, PC, Microsoft Store does the same. Like, this is industry standard at 30%. Maybe 20% is too difficult, but then Epic has less. I don't know. I think this is total BS, guys. This is like, the claim doesn't hold.
argue inflate prices, the alleged platform most favored nations clause, which prevents developers from offering their games for a lower price on rival stores like the Epic Games or GOG. So you can't just sell a game for $20 on Steam, but then list it for $10 on the Epic Game Store. These 2 points are key.
Okay, this point, this one single point, like all the points like attacking Steam are complete BS. But this one single point, I kind of agree. And I think they have a standing that Steam doesn't allow to sell games cheaper on any other store, even if that other store has lower costs, like lower margins, lower cut. Like Epic charges, I think, 12%, when Steam charges 30%. Steam doesn't allow to sell any game cheaper on any other store. So this one argument is actually a legit argument. One argument. Steam also have argument why they doing that, and they also sounds good. But I think this one, this argument, they have a standing here.
Are key arguments in the lawsuit, but here's where that argument gets a bit complicated and where Steam's defense comes in. Valve's entire defense, and the reason why many gamers and even some developers are loyal to the platform, is that they didn't illegally force their dominance. They earned it by building a superior product that competitors simply cannot beat. And this is why, for the average gamer, Steam's dominance is actually a good thing. The best argument for Valve is that the market is open and their competitors simply fail due to poor execution and lack of vision. Take EA or Ubisoft. These major publishers tried to pull their games off of Steam to
Guys, Ubisoft and EA have their own store. They are the competition to Steam. They could, if they wanted, sell other games as well. They could directly compete with Steam. They could. They chose not to.
launch their own launchers, only to be met with intense player backlash. Gamers hated juggling through multiple logins and libraries, forcing the publishers to eventually return to Steam. We even have former Amazon executives who admitted that their multi-billion-dollar attempts to compete, including the Luna Cloud service, failed because they fundamentally underestimated the value of Steam's ecosystem. They focused on technology.
Guys, of course Of course, like Epic Store, yeah, Epic Store. Like I don't understand why it's so trash. Even when you get free games, like occasionally I say, "Oh, this game is good," and I try the game. I say, "Oh, this game is actually good," and I buy on Steam. A lot of people do that. That's how bad these stores are. Like they're insanely bad. Like they deciding to be bad, to have no reviews, no forum, no this. Like they decide to not compete, to reject all good ideas. That is insanity. How you want to compete and intentionally not implement good ideas? Like this is crazy. Am I crazy? This like insanity. Insanity.
When the customer was already locked into Steam's social network. And this is because
Of
at the end of the
course.
day, Steam is
Of
not just a
course.
store, it's an entire ecosystem. Your Steam's profile holds your entire gaming history, your friends list, your achievements, seamless cloud saves, a best-in-class refund policy, the Steam Workshop for modding, and one of the most underrated features, user reviews. The more players use Steam, the more valuable it is for developers. The more developers sell games on Steam, the more valuable it is for players. And this
Of course, that's why a lot of games don't even appear on Epic, because you don't want to divide yourselves. You want, like Steam charts. That's like a representation of game success. So if you move some of the sales to Epic, you lower the numbers on the Steam charts and make your game look less popular. So that's why a lot of developers themselves decide to not even sell on other stores, because they are so trash and they actually can harm the sales. That and yeah, that shows that Steam's dominance. But is it Steam and Valve's fault to being so good? Everybody can compete. They don't need to be trash. That's their choice to be so trash. That's their choice. And they being sued for that, for being sued for others being so
This
bad.
is what truly crushed the competition. Since competitors like Epic can't compete on the ecosystem, they are forced to compete on price cuts and free games. If Steam disappeared tomorrow, who would be forced to innovate and offer such consumer-friendly features? And one of the main factors to this is the fact that Steam is a private company, meaning it
Guys, how come he shrinked? That's not the same guy, is it? Is it Gabe? Or somebody who pretends to be Gabe and have the same glasses? Because that cannot be Gabe. He looks a bit older but younger at the same time. Is it Gabe?
meaning it doesn't face the quarterly pressure of
Did The Rock did the same to himself? Why he's like half the size now?
public shareholders who would immediately demand that the platform be milked for profit. So the courtroom drama will be escalating in the next coming months, but the real solution to the Steam monopoly isn't going to be decided by a judge. It's going to be decided by you, the player. The developer report tells us that 80% of the industry is actively diversifying, but will players really use other platforms to play their games?
Okay, guys, so that's it. So Steam is being sued. Let's see how it's gonna be. If anybody can compete, I think the fight will be mostly from Microsoft, because they have the money, they have the like a legal power, they have enough lawyers. I think a lot of motivation. I think that's where the fight comes from, and maybe from Epic as well, and money from China or whatever. And guys, this is my first time doing this video. I think that, yeah, we'll see how it works. And if you think, oh, but these reaction videos are kind of like leeching on somebody's content, guys, this is total, absolutely BS. Like, for example, like PewDiePie or Mr. Beast or Linus Tech Tips or whatever big YouTubers. Guys, I welcome them to react to my video. I don't mind. This is not leeching. I would love anybody to react to my videos. Yes, reacting to videos. This is excellent idea. Excellent idea. Opposite to leeching. Yes. So thank you for watching and see you in the next one.